Hello guys, welcome to Flashback Flicks, your premier destination for movie recaps and cinematic journeys. Today we are going to relive Disney's most beloved movie, Zootopia. Leaps into a vibrant world where predators and prey coexist in a modern mammal metropolis. Join us as we delve into the extraordinary story of Judy Hopps, an ambitious bunny with dreams bigger than Bunny Burrow itself. Against all odds, Judy sets her sights on becoming the first rabbit police officer in Zootopia. The story begins with Judy Hopps, an enthusiastic and determined young bunny, taking the stage at a local talent show. She enacts a drama piece portraying the historic conflict between predators and prey, emphasizing how predators once had a biological drive to hunt prey. Judy passionately explains to the audience that all animals have since evolved, and they now live in harmony, free from those primal urges. As the other young animals share their dreams for the future, Judy proudly declares her ambition to become a police officer in the grand city of Zootopia. Her parents, however, are less than supportive, insisting that her goal is unattainable for a small bunny and urging her to join the family carrot farm instead. Judy notices a fox named Gideon Gray intimidating and bullying some smaller animals, forcibly taking their tickets. Despite her fear, Judy bravely confronts him. Gideon mocks her and pushes her down, scratching her face in the process. Although hurt, Judy's determination doesn't waver. She retrieves the stolen tickets and returns them to the grateful animals. This incident only strengthens her resolve to pursue her dream of becoming a police officer. Years pass, and Judy enrolls in the police academy. The rigorous training proves challenging, but Judy's tenacity keeps her going. Despite initial failures and discouragement from her instructors, Judy trains harder and smarter, eventually mastering all the obstacles. Her perseverance pays off when she graduates at the top of her class. Mayor Lionheart, the charismatic leader of Zootopia, personally congratulates her and assigns her to the Zootopia Police Department. Judy's parents, worried for her safety, Judy packs up and says goodbye to her parents, who warn her about predators and see her off with a can of fox repellent, still skeptical about her career choice. She gets on train, begins her journey to Zootopia. Upon arriving in Zootopia, Judy is awestruck by the bustling metropolis. She moves into a small, noisy apartment but is too excited to mind the commotion. The next morning, Judy wakes up and prepares for work. She takes the fox spray along, and leaves her house. She heads to the police station, where she meets Benjamin Clawhauser, a friendly but chubby cheetah working the front desk. He directs her to the roll call room, where she finds herself surrounded by much larger, intimidating animals. Chief Bogo, a stern Cape buffalo, enters the room and tells the officers that there are 14 missing mammals, all predators. He then distributes the assignments among the various cops. To Judy's dismay, he assigns her to parking duty, clearly underestimating her capabilities. Determined to prove herself, Judy tries to convince him that she can do better, and he tells her to write 100 tickets a day. Judy sets an ambitious goal of issuing 200 parking tickets before noon. She achieves this target. While on patrol, Judy spots Nick Wilde, a sly fox, acting suspiciously. She walks into the store to see what's going on. She sees Nick Wilde attempting to purchase a jumbo popsicle for a small, fennec fox he claims is his son. When the elephant shopkeeper refuses service, citing a no foxes policy, Judy intervenes, threatening to report him for health code violations. He agrees to give, however. Nick says, "I won't be able to pay because I have forgot my wallet at home." She ends up paying for the popsicle herself. They walk out the store, and Nick thanks her for the help. Later, she discovers that Nick is a con artist. She observes him melting the ice cream, turning it into popsicles, and selling them to other animals. She then watches as he sells the popsicle sticks to construction workers, falsely claiming they are made of redwood. When Judy tries to arrest him, she realizes he has exploited legal loopholes to avoid getting caught. As they walk, Nick taunts her that moving to Zootopia doesn't guarantee she will fulfill all her dreams, predicting she will give up and eventually return to her hometown to become a carrot farm. He then tricks her into standing in wet cement, leaving her stuck. Disheartened, that night, Judy returns home and listens to somber music. when she receives a video call from her parents, who are relieved to hear she's just a meter maid, not a full-fledged police officer. Believing it's safer than actual police work, and Judy hangs up the call. The next day, Judy is moping in her car when a weasel named Duke Weaselton robs a florist's shop. The store owner asks her to catch him. Seizing the opportunity, she abandons her post to chase him through Little Rodentia, saving a small rodent from a giant rolling donut in the process. Judy apprehends Weaselton and brings him back to the station. Chief Bogo calls her to his office. Chief Bogo, furious at her for abandoning her assignment, is about to reprimand her, when Mrs. Otterton, a distraught otter, barges in, pleading for help to find her missing husband, Emmett Otterton, and mentions he has been missing for 10 days. Bogo informs her that the officers are currently busy. Judy volunteers to take the case. Mrs. Otterton thanks Judy, and after she leaves the office, he instructs Judy to inform Mrs. Otterton that she won't be searching for her husband. However, Bellwether, the assistant mayor, overhears and informs the mayor, forcing Bogo to reluctantly give her 48 hours to solve it or resign. Judy investigates Otterton's last known whereabouts and discovers he bought a popsicle from Nick. Later, Judy seeks out Nick, but he refuses to talk to her, stating that he needs to focus on earning money from his job. She blackmails Nick into helping her by recording him boasting about his earnings from the scam. Nick grudgingly agrees, and they follow clues to a naturist club where Otterton was last seen. They meet Yax, a laid-back yak, who provides them with useful information despite his seemingly scattered memory. He also provides the license plate number of the car Emmett entered, and Nick takes her to a location where they can identify the car's owner. They arrive at the DMV, and Judy realizes that all the receptionists are sloths. They meet Flash, Nick's friend, who helps them look up the license plate owner but takes an excessive amount of time. They leave the DMV only to realize it's already night. They track Otterton to a limousine service. Inside one of the limos, they find claw marks and evidence of a violent struggle. As they piece together the clues, Nick realizes the limo owner, and as they try to leave, they are captured by polar bears who take them to Mr. Big, an Arctic shrew crime boss. Nick warns Judy that Mr. Big holds a grudge against him for selling him a skunk-butt rug. They arrive at the building. Just as Mr. Big orders their execution, his daughter recognizes Judy as the bunny who saved her in Little Rodentia. Grateful, Mr. Big spares them and reveals that Otterton was his florist, who suddenly went savage during a ride in the limo. He directs them to Monches, the limo driver, who might have more information. Judy and Nick visit Monches, who recounts how Otterton went berserk and attacked him, muttering about night howlers. Suddenly, Monches himself turns savage and chases them through the rainforest district. Judy calls for backup, and Nick evades Monches. As Monches tries to attack Nick, Judy saves him. But by the time Chief Bogo and the other officers arrive, Monches has disappeared. Bogo demands Judy's resignation, but Nick intervenes, reminding him that Judy still has 10 hours left on her deadline. Determined to find the truth, Judy and Nick realize that Zootopia is covered in surveillance cameras. They seek help from Assistant Mayor Bellwether, who grants them access to the city's traffic camera system. Reviewing the footage, they see wolves, referred to as night howlers, abducting Monches and taking him to a hidden facility. Judy and Nick infiltrate the facility and discover that the missing predators are being held captive, all in a savage state. They hide in cage when someone approaches them. Lionheart enter the lab with a scientist. They overhear Mayor Lionheart and the scientist discussing the situation, revealing that Lionheart was trying to contain the problem to avoid public panic. Judy records this on her phone and her phone rings and Lionheart runs out, and as the guards approach, she and Nick escape through the toilet and emerge in a river. And alerts the ZPD, leading to Lionheart's arrest. At a press conference, Judy suggests that the predators' savage behavior might be due to their biology, inadvertently fueling fear and prejudice against predators. This statement deeply hurts Nick, who walks away, feeling betrayed. Judy tries to follow him but is mobbed by the press. A few days later, Bogo informs Judy that Bellwether, now the new mayor, wants to see her. At Bellwether's office, Bellwether tries to make Judy the face of the police department. Judy feels responsible for the segregation between predators and other animals and decides to quit. A guilt-ridden Judy returns to her parents' farm. While there, she reconciles with Gideon Gray, who has reformed and become a pie baker. Gideon's mention of night howlers as a type of toxic flower that causes madness in animals gives Judy a crucial insight. Realizing that the predators were poisoned, Judy rushes back to Zootopia to make amends with Nick and solve the case. Judy finds Nick under a bridge and explains her discovery. She apologizes and cries, and Nick records her confession, forgiving her. They locate the weasel and ask him about the source of the night howlers. He refuses to talk, but Mr. Big intervenes and forces him to reveal the information. They track down the drop-off point and discover a lab inside a train car. There, a sheep is manufacturing bullets with night howlers. When someone knocks on the door, Judy pushes the sheep out of the car and decides to bring the car to the police. The sheep chase after them and re-enter the cart. Judy skillfully navigates the cart, managing to throw the sheep off, but the cart eventually derails and explodes. Nick retrieves some evidence from the wreckage. They arrive at a museum where Bellwether approaches them. Judy quickly realizes that Bellwether is behind the attacks. Bellwether commands her henchmen to capture them, and Judy gets injured in the process. Bellwether catches up, and they end up in an exhibit. Bellwether unveils her scheme to eliminate all predators and shoots Nick with a night howler's bullet. Nick pretends to attack Judy, but as he bites her, he reveals that he's not infected and had switched the bullets with blueberries. Judy then tells Bellwether that she recorded their conversation. As Bellwether attempts to flee, Bogo and his team arrive and arrest her. The aftermath, Judy delivers a heartfelt speech about unity and understanding, acknowledging her mistakes and urging everyone to look beyond their differences. Nick graduates from the police academy and becomes her partner, the first fox officer in Zootopia. Their first assignment together is to chase a speeding sloth named Flash, hinting at their ongoing adventures. Zootopia is a heartwarming tale that celebrates diversity, perseverance, and friendship. It challenges stereotypes and promotes unity, emphasizing the importance of embracing differences to create a harmonious society. This has been Recap of Zootopia. Hope you guys have liked it, and join us at Flashback Flicks for more unforgettable movie endings and recaps. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss a moment of cinematic magic.